Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're doing great. Today we're gonna go over Robocar Part 1. We're gonna cover L293D motor driver connection. What is this L293D? Be able to read the pinout diagram, learn how to connect DC motor and the L293D driver with Arduino, and use Tinkercad to simulate the circuit diagram and test your code. And finally, from the list of your material, we're going to build this project. So you will need a laptop. As always, you need to code or program Arduino. You need a USB cable, an Arduino board, or you can just use Tinkercad, basically. If you don't have the actual SteamNor kits or Arduino, you can always do simulation. L293D motor, 2 DC motors, jumper wires, and a breadboard to do the circuits. So let's go and do this project. So what is this L293D driver? This is basically a shield that we're going to be using in the final project of our Robocar, just like this one right here. This is shield. But for today, we're going to be looking at this chip right here and this one that makes, this is what we call the L293D driver. This is actually that drives the motor. So we're going to be looking at these chips. We're going to just take one chip. They are the same basically, and see how it's connected, how we can actually program Arduino using the pinout diagram of this chip. So L293D is basically a dual channel integrated circuit capable of controlling 2 DC motors. So we have, this is a 16 pin chip. It goes from here where you see the dots. That's pin number 1, 2, 3, 8, and it continues 9 all the way to 16 here. Okay, so the L293 can control 2 DC motor rated from 4.5 to 36 volts. Anything beyond that, you can destroy this chip. So this is the rating of this chip. And let's look at how this basically a chip is connected to Arduino. So the left hand side here, this is what we call the H bridge 1. This one can control one motor or can drive one motor, and the other side, it's the H bridge 2. You will control a second motor. Let's see how this chip now is connected to Arduino, how we can connect it. So we take the last pin here, we put a 9 volts battery, and I'm going to show you this in actual hardware and also simulation. 9 volt battery here, and we take this VCC, which is pin 16. We put a 5 volts coming from Arduino. This pin, which is pin number 2, if we count from here, pin 1, 2. So inputs 1, okay? We're gonna connect it to our Arduino pin 6, and input 2, we're gonna connect this basically to our pin in Arduino, pin number 7. This is what drives this is the output. This is the voltage going to the motor basically. Okay, this is how we power the motor. We're gonna connect. We're gonna drive this either high, these 2 pins, or low. It depends how we want to go, reverse or forward or reverse motion of the motor. Okay, and the wires of the motor, they are connected to output 1 and output 2. So we put the motor wires here. Okay, it really doesn't matter if you put red here or black wire here, because the direction of the motor is controlled by these 2, as we will see in the code. Okay, and the middle one, this one here, you will enable, you have to enable the input one and input two. So this is how we enable this side. Okay, the same thing go for this side, but we're gonna look at it in Tinkercad so it make more sense to you. Here it is just basically the ground. There are the two middle number 4 and 5, and on the other side it's these two. So basically we connect them all to the ground. So let's see how this is connected. First we're gonna do a simulation using Tinkercad, as you will see. Very similar, just like you have hardware, and it's easy to follow me. And then we're gonna do it on an actual board, just like you saw. So here we're gonna use a breadboard by Steam Lore Kits, and we're gonna do the same. By the way, when we test in the lab, we're gonna use basically the shield, the driver shield, this one here, and we're just gonna peel this one, this chip here. This is the L293D that we're gonna test basically. So let's do this in Tinkercad, and we can really start from scratch. This is the project. I just want to show that it's working. Then we can build this from scratch, show you how. So I'm going to do a simulation here, and notice that the motors are running using the L293 chip. So we're driving this side is driving this motor, and the H bridge 2 is driving the other motor. Okay, you can see they are rotating. All right, let's build this from scratch. So you're gonna create basically a new circuit. What you need is the L293D driver. Just leave it here. We're gonna need a small breadboard. So we place this chip somewhere here in the middle. We're gonna need also 9-volt battery. It's right here. And we're gonna need an Arduino Uno. I'm just gonna type Arduino Uno. And just put it right here. And we're gonna need the gear motor. We're gonna need 2 of them. So I'm just gonna flip this one here. All right. Yeah, I can flip it this way. I can just do Control-C, Control-V, and copy the same one. I'll just leave it here. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is gonna maximize this, and maybe I think I'm just gonna flip everything. It just look better. 93 do okay. It's much easier this way. Just leave it like that. And I'm just gonna rotate this. And I'm gonna rotate this. Much better, okay? So we can see everything. And I'm gonna rotate this one too. So for now, I'll just leave it here. So first thing, what we need to do, we need to, I always like to just basically connect ground to ground here, and connect positive side to positive side. I'm just gonna color this in red, just like this, and connect and color this in black. Ground is always black, convenience. I'm gonna this is basically gonna be our VCC voltage. I'm gonna connect this to it's gonna be a 5 volt coming from Arduino here. So I'm just gonna color this in red like this. I'm gonna have to basically enable the first pin here to enable the left side of this chip. So I'm gonna connect this to plus sign here, and then also to enable this side of the chip, I'm gonna connect it to plus. So this is for enabling. Next step, I'm gonna connect these two here. Remember, we said 4 and 5. They are basically ground. I'm just gonna put a black color here and put a black color here, and then really just connect this to the ground like that, and just connect this to the ground. So we have basically these 4 wires all grounded, so we are good. Now remember, we said this number 3 is the pin out. So we can just be clean and make it nice like that. One wire, it can be connected to this, and the other, that really doesn't matter which one you connect, because as long as you play with the inputs, this pin number 2, input 1 and input 2, you know, we can always make the motor go forward or reverse. And the other pin is right here, number 3. So just stay consistent. I'm gonna make this red. Okay. If you want to just make it look nice, like that. Okay. This pin here, number 2, and pin so pin number 2 and pin number 7, we're going to be connecting to digital pin. So let's choose, for example, pin 6, okay, to go to pin number 2 right here. This is how we're gonna drive the we're gonna power basically the motors. So you just change different color. Maybe I just put orange here. Okay, if you just want to be fancy, you can really just keep the wire like that. In Tinkercad, even though this is crossing, but actually they are not connected. Just if you want to be nice. So we can do this, okay? And this pin here, or I can actually, let's connect this one here, make it easy, okay? And it will look nice. And pin number 6, we can put it right here, okay? So 6 and 7, they will be driving this motor, okay? And we're connecting the wires. The only thing we're missing on this side is really to put the 9-volt battery. Remember here, this is how we're gonna drive the power of the motor. So we're gonna put just put this one here. I can put it here. Let's put it here. So plus sign is gonna go here. You just put a red right there, and this one is gonna go to the ground. It's connected right here, and just change the color. So far we connected this side. Let's do the same thing. Whatever we did here, we're gonna do to this model right here, okay? So basically, continue. We're gonna connect this one to zoom so you can see this pin number 3 from the bottom. Let's just make it red, stay consistent. And this one, we're gonna connect it to that pin and just make it a block. Okay. Now we connected the motor. Now what else we need to connect? We need to drive this motor here. So we're gonna go. Let's use pin 8 and 9 in this case. So I'm gonna go here and let's just choose a different color. So this pin here, this is the third input to H bridge number 2. Let's just choose a different color. Colors, it's nice to organize, but they don't really hurt if you put even red or black there. But just knowing that basically this motor and these are the pins that are controlled by that motor, that's all. All right, I can just go right here and see how I wanna make this look. Finally. All right, so we get this one here. And it looks much better like this. Okay. Now I think we connected everything. We just make sure everything is good. So now, basically, once everything is connected, make sure also the ground of we don't want to forget that for sure. Make sure the ground of Arduino is connected to the ground here also. Let's just do it. Just do it there. Okay. Okay. And here, make it black. Okay, and then we want to definitely have this 5 volts go into, I'm going to change the color definitely also. To this pin here, right there, okay? So I can, all this rail here is the same, so I can just put it right here. And so for you to distinguish that this is not a ground, I'm just gonna change the color, okay? All right, let's make it red. Okay, this is our 5 volts coming from Arduino, okay? Okay, I think we got everything. Let's go to the code. You click on code and under blocks here, you click on text, okay? And just delete this code. I'm gonna show this code step by step how we enter it for now, so just we can do the simulation quickly. I'm just basically gonna copy it from Arduino, just like the Arduino IDE. Gonna copy it from here, and then we're gonna come back and do it in Arduino. Okay. All right. So and then we just basically start doing simulation. Okay. So everything is good. The motor is turning. Okay, that's how you do it. It's not really just make sure that basically those pinouts and inputs are connected correctly, and you should be fine. I think it's much better to do it in Tinkercad. It's safe. You don't burn anything. You can just, if you make a mistake, you can just change the wires. Then, so once you satisfied everything works in Tinkercad, you can go to your breadboard and put the components and create this. So, I'm just gonna go now to let's say we did the same thing. I'm just gonna go and create let's say create a new project. So what you need to do, basically, you need to create some variables. So I'm gonna call this right motor wire. I'm gonna call it 1, and I'm gonna basically give it pin number 6. Always finish your statement with semicolon. I'm gonna make another one called right motor wire, but this time wire number 2, because we have red and black. So I'm gonna give it pin number 7. Okay. All right. So now I'm just gonna for the other motor. I'm just gonna copy this, and I'm gonna call this basically left wire motor wire number. This time I'm gonna give it number 8, pin number 8, and the other left wire I'm gonna give it I'm gonna assign pin number 9 into it. Okay, so this is how you do your pin assignment. You come to the void setup between these two brackets. This is just comment, you can delete that, and I'm gonna basically make do the pin mode. So I have to assign a mode for what should I do with those pins. Okay, do I want them to be output, or I want this pin to be input? Okay, now finally we're gonna use another command. This is the basically the main program. So we're gonna do digital write command, and then we're gonna have this pin here to be high. Okay, now we're just gonna copy and so make sure that this is basically here digital write. This is the wires for the left for the right wire, for example, number 1, and right wire number 2. Make sure we don't make them both high. One has to be low, or the other one has to be high. And then by changing direction, either low and high or high and low, we can change the motor direction. So just make sure you don't keep them all high. Okay. So I'm gonna just copy this and change to the other motor, which is left this time, and voila. So this is the code, and all you have to do now is really just load this code to your Arduino. Just plug this here, and then it should work, no problem, like as you saw early in the presentation. I'll thank you, and I'll see you next time.